I don't want to do this anymore.
So Ronald, how did we use media technologies in the research phase of our media?
Well, in the research phase we largely used Web 2.0, this to gain inspiration via mainly the website YouTube. We looked at existing short films such as Pong to get ideas of what sort of thing we wanted to do and what might work. We also researched Blur's Coffee and TV to get some idea about stop frame animation and all about personifying an object. Also, to help us research, we used the Speedy Max for productive research, in which I went online and looked up Aardman, a company known for making Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep. And I looked at cinematography predominantly to get ideas of how we can use cinematography in our animation to make it look absolutely splendid. We also learnt the Aardman codes and conventions of an animation, which was terribly useful when constructing our media piece.
We also created a mood board of romantic cliché shots and ideas for our romantic cliché shots. This helped us gain a firm understanding of the codes and conventions that went with romantic shots. I made it on Word. When designing our film magazine for our series, we looked at famous film magazines such as Empire and Media magazine. This helped us gain a firm understanding of the codes and conventions that go with a film magazine. Also, when designing our short film poster, we searched the internet, trawled through simple yet quirky short film posters, and we based our design off those. That was Web 2.0. Ronald, how did we use digital technologies in the planning phase?
Well, in the planning phase, we again used a terrific Apple Macintosh computer to use or to utilise the use of Premiere Pro, a piece of editing software, and we used Premiere Pro to construct our animatic, this to visualise what our idea was, not only for our own benefit, but so we could show it to our audience. Would you like to take over?
It helped greatly during the filming phase, didn't it, the animatic?
Oh,
really
hugely.
Helped us visualise the end product. Also during our planning phase, we used social media to gain feedback from our audience, social media such as Blogger, Facebook and YouTube. We also used PowerPoint, another digital technology, to create a pitch for our media class to show them our idea for the film and to gain some feedback from them.
Donald, how did you use digital technologies in the construction phase?
Well, I used a 1200D camera which filmed HD to film our actual animation. This gave a crisp and clear image for our short film and made it look very professional. We also used a microphone to record the sound effects because we couldn't use sound during the actual filming, diegetic sounds, so we recorded non-diegetic sound on a separate microphone and we dubbed that in during the editing process. Ronald, can you talk a bit more about the editing process?
Of course I can. We used Adobe Premiere Pro as the predominant method for editing our piece together. It was an excellent piece of software as it allowed us to fiddle around with layers, dub in sound, add lighting effects. It gave us a plethora of different possibilities to improve our piece post-production. In addition, we used Premiere Pro to add titles to our overall piece once the filming was complete. As well as Premiere Pro, we also used Adobe Photoshop in the construction of our ancillaries, as it allowed for free creative design, both to add layers, lighting effects, titles, pictures. We were free to use our imagination, we were free to explore our ideas and try out new things to gain the best possible result.
Ronald, how did you use digital technologies in the evaluation stage of our media?
Well, to evaluate, I made use of great presentation software such as Prezi and eMaze. This allowed me to create a presentation and an evaluation in a more interesting way that was easy to follow. Also, I used Blogger as a medium to portray these presentations, and Blogger was also accessible to anyone who wanted to see it, so I could also get feedback and allow other people to drink from my wisdom.
For a couple of our evaluations, me and my partner Luke Hayes thought it would be fun to shake our presentation style up a bit, so we came up with the novel idea of Ronald and Donald hosting a show called Ronald and Donald Talk Media. For this, we used various digital technologies, such as the digital camera we are looking at right at this moment, Premiere Pro to edit the footage we gathered from this digital camera, and YouTube to put the final video up on it.
To also
YouTube.
get a little bit of feedback as well.
Yes,
This
we got
was
some
an
very good
unusual
feedback.
format for evaluation, so we wanted to ensure it was something people could enjoy, but something that was also informative.
It is very unusual. This is a very surreal moment.
Thanks for watching. Dear examiner, I hope you've enjoyed our evaluation. I hope it encourages you to give us the highest marks possible, because we love media. I hope you've enjoyed our evaluation. I hope it encourages you to give us the highest marks possible, because I assure you, we've put a lot of time and effort into this thing. This puppet show we did not have to do, but we did it because we love media.
Thank you very much for watching. We couldn't have done it without you, the fans. Good night, and thank you.